The night no one noticed it began in silence. Not in Rome, where marble columns held up the sky. Not in Jerusalem, where priests guarded the sacred flame. But in a province so insignificant that even the empire's cartographers barely bothered with its borders. Bethlehem, a dot on the map. A place where nothing important had ever happened. And on that night, under stars that had witnessed the rise and fall of 1,000 forgotten kings, a young woman, alone and afraid, gave birth in a stable. Not a palace, not even a home. A cave meant for animals. The smell of dung and straw, the cold stone floor, the indifferent silence of a world that didn't care. She wrapped the baby in strips of cloth and laid him in a manger, a feeding trough, because there was nowhere else. No royal herald announced his arrival. No armies assembled. No prophecy was proclaimed in the streets. Just a cry in the darkness. And yet something shifted. Because history, as we've learned, doesn't always arrive with fanfare. Sometimes it hides in plain sight, in the fragile breath of a newborn, in the quiet devotion of a mother, waiting for the world to notice what has already begun. By dawn, strange things were being whispered. Shepherds, the lowest of the low, men whose testimony wasn't even allowed in court, came stumbling into town, wild-eyed and trembling. They spoke of lights in the sky, not shooting stars, not the northern lights, something else, something that spoke. They said they heard voices, thousands of them, singing of peace and glory and a king who would change everything. People dismissed them. Of course they did. Shepherds were uneducated, superstitious, prone to seeing things in the long, dark hours of the night. But the story didn't stop. Because miles away in the far east, men were moving. Magi, astrologers, scholars who studied the heavens and understood that the stars do not lie. They had seen something rise, a celestial sign so rare, so precise,